guys, and in today's video we're going to be comparing fake models versus licensed models in Driving Empire because there's some clear differences. Like, the detail is insane. So without further ado, let's get straight into this video. Alright, so we'll go back and forth between fake and licensed models in Driving Empire, and we'll start off with fake. So here is the Tempix. What is the exact name of this thing? The Tempix Riff, which is basically, you know, a Mustang GT. And now hopefully Ford gets licensed to the game because it's literally the last mainstream brand, left in the dealership that's not licensed. But let's get on to this model. So right here, of course, you know, no opening panels and glitching paint. You don't put metallic on one part and you put metallic on the other. And it kind of just glitches out because it's just the layers aren't like layered good. The hood doesn't open and only the doors open. It seems like nothing else. And the interior is of course not good. You know, you got the steering wheel that is a resemblance of the Mustang steering wheel, but like the whole rest of the interior is not. And look at the gauge. Like, it's just definitely not how a real gauge looks. It's not like a speedometer. What is that, dude? So it's just a black screen with a couple numbers just like changing every now and then. Yeah, so the model is of course not good because this one is fake. No logos, of course, you know, just the wheels without the logos. No logo, a fake, just a red badge, nothing in it. No super snake or something in it. And of course, nothing on the back. And yeah, it's just obviously not a good model. You know, only the doors open and the interior is not the greatest. And that's what you get when you have a fake model because you can't make an exact replica of, you know, a licensed version. So this is what you're gonna get when they're fake. Let's get on to a real model to show how detailed those are. Alright, so our first real model or licensed model in the game is the Lamborghini Urus, and this thing has insane detail. You know, I'm actually gonna stop the car and go into like camera mode because all the panels open except the front. Probably because there's nothing really under there. This car is like half electric, half, so the engine's probably not that, you know, pleasing looking. But let's just look at this interior. It is so insane in here. It has like every detail you would see on the real car. Like, look, like you're never seeing this in Driving Empire. The attention to detail is actually insane. Look at that speedometer against the Mustang, which just was a black screen with a couple numbers. This one has like what mode you're in, what time it is, like the steering wheel, everything. And then literally, like, look, it even says what mode you're in. So here, I'm on Corsa, and then, of course, I'm in drive, which I'm actually, this one says reverse, and this one actually says drive. So there's an error right there, but it's fine. Especially in the trunk. Who's looking in the trunk in Driving Empire? Where is the detail? It even has the buttons for here. Nobody's doing this. Like, it's Driving Empire. It's a Roblox game. Nobody has to open the trunk from there. Yeah, this thing is pretty detailed besides the trunk, or, you know, this thing, the hood not opening. Everything else is very detailed. It's just, I bet the engine is not really that cool, so why have it opening? But I want to say, I don't want to get comments saying, oh, Lamborghini is not a license. I'll just put it in this video because, you know, it is a, you know, brand in the game is what I mean. So that's why I'm going to put in this video. It's not necessarily licensed. It is a partnership. But let's get on to the next fake model in Driving Empire. All right, so here is the Ford GT. Don't mind that I have, you know, cop lights on top of this thing. Since it's unlicensed, it still has the job option where you can put like a taxi or a cop thing on the top of your car, and this thing is a horrible model. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it doesn't even let you change the rims and customization, and if you want to see what opens, nothing opens. So you get inside, you're not getting out. You're trapped in here, dude. Look how far away the steering wheel is, and of course there's not even a speedometer on here. There's nothing in here, no words. These are a replica of the seats. Those are decent, and the steering wheel looks pretty accurate with no logo, but there's nothing. I don't know how fast I'm going from the inside unless I look right here. And yeah, this is just a terrible model. It's a very old model is what I'm saying. This one was like way back in way forward, so nothing really changed. This is like made in 2019, so like this was probably really good for 2019, but nowadays in 2025, it's not so good. Like, look at that engine. What's going on? There's a glitch wrap here. I did not know I had this on this car, but apparently it's just showing itself now. So yep, I don't know what's going on with this model, but let's get on to the next real licensed or partnership model. All right, so the next car on this list for licensed model is the Koenigsegg Regera, and this is definitely one of the best models on this list because the attention to detail is actually insane. So let me just park up, go into camera mode, and show you all the features on this car because it's pretty insane looking. Of course, every panel does open. Hood, doors, and, you know, whatever, the engine bay. Now we go into camera mode. Let's just look at this detail. First of all, everything, you know, everything looks correct. You know, here's a speedometer, all the buttons, airbag, everything, absolutely everything. There's not a lot in a Regera, especially Koenigsegg. There's not like a lot of just extra stuff like the Lamborghini would have. Pretty simple. And then it even goes as far as having all this attention labels, like hitting the curb, even though that doesn't really matter in Driving Empire because it's not like you're gonna have to pay a $60,000 fee for hitting your door on a curb. Shows you all this, and then even right here, it even has tire pressure. Like, tire pressure, you're not gonna need to know that in Driving Empire, but you know, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. $8.5 million phone charger right there, everything, every detail. And then if you go into the engine, you know, you got the whole engine. Everything is correct here. You know, there's not like a lot to look at in a Koenigsegg engine, especially one like this. It's just like a lot of carbon fiber, and yes, and then of course you got the frunk, or yes, basically the frunk, and you can clearly tell this is where like the roof would go in this spot right here. So yeah, it's very detailed because, you know, it is licensed, and Koenigsegg is a big brand, so you got to meet the standards of like what quality model they want. But let's get on to the next bad quality model in driving empire. Looks like someone forgot to take their Christmas decorations off. Yeah, here is the Ford truck, and I obviously haven't driven this car since the Christmas event when I was just, you know, testing out these unlicensed vehicles. But besides the wrap and the wheels, it's pretty hard not to notice. But the quality model, it's just, you know, you can't even reach the steering wheel. And we do have a speedometer and a picture of the car, so that's good. And the exact steering wheel, just no logo. And a picture of the map. That's actually surprising. I don't see a lot of licensed vehicles with that. I mean, obviously, you're not actually following the map, but there's still a picture of the map. But yeah, like, this one's actually pretty decent, besides, like, seeing the wrap inside in some places, and some places you don't. But, yeah, it actually has a replica of the steering wheel, the seats, and a speedometer, and a map, so that's pretty interesting. But besides that, you're not seeing anything, like, super detailed on this car. But yeah, here is another fake model. Not the best ever, but hopefully, like I said, we get Ford license. And let's get on to the next licensed model in driving empire. Right here is the next realistic licensed model, and don't mind this doo-doo spec. I honestly don't know how I got to this. It used to be blue, and I think one day I decided to change it and then gave up on it when I saw how bad it was, because it's pretty bad. But this thing is very detailed. Of course, Pagani, they never miss. Their cars are so beautiful. You know, true beauty itself when it comes to cars. But yeah, realistic engine. I mean, it even has the detail on the brakes down there, everything, you know, the logo right here, the engine, and then the interior, that classy interior, everything, all the logos, everything. And the carbon. Pagani's all about carbon. That's the reason he made Pagani's, because he tried to make carbon on the Countach at Lamborghini, and they said no, kicked him out, and he made his own brand. So here's that beautiful carbon in driving empire. But again, let's get on to the next unlicensed terrible model in driving empire. All right, here is the Vita Dash. I'm not even sure what this thing is. I think it's resemblance of a 458 Speciale Ferrari. I mean, I can't really tell. There's a lot going on this thing. It's pretty ugly. Yeah, what's going on? And of course, like, I can't even see inside this interior, but you know, it's just not really realistic. You don't even got the right map. You just got like a basic PNG image of, you know, apps, I guess. Speedometer, okay, it does work, and the steering wheel is just still pretty crap. Like, what's even going on here? This thing looks straight out of, like, a SpaceX mission. This thing's pretty terrible. I mean, just look, let's see how many things open. Okay, we got a door. We got this. Okay, that opens, and okay, at least the thing in the back opens, but like the engine in there is like, I don't even know what that is. There's a lot going on back there, but pretty interesting. So yeah, pretty crap model. I don't know why anyone would drive this, and I don't think anyone does, and I don't plan to after this video. But let's get on to the next real licensed model in driving empire. All right, here is the Audi R8 GT, and if you didn't know, this is the best sounding car in driving empire. Let's get a listen. All right, and let me just like rev this car up real quick at a neutral. That thing sounds really good. Like, that's just so crisp. I don't even know if you can hear me. And now let's do like what it sounds like when you're driving. And a quick startup, because I don't think I showed you guys that. So crisp, so good. That's such a good sounding car. So it gets the reward for best sounding car in driving empire. It's a very good sounding car. None of the like unlicensed fake models have good sounding like vehicles. It's just like, I don't know, it's like the same sound on every car, I swear. But of course, let's see what opens and what doesn't on here. That opens, that opens, that opens, and the front opens too. So everything opens. Yep, of course. And of course, look at this model right here. I didn't know how, like, you know, realistic the steering wheel was. This thing has a lot of things going on. So let's just look. Okay, so we got the transmission, which has everything, all the buttons, everything, even this, like, even like, okay, it's just 000. So I don't know if this car just doesn't exist or something. But that's actually pretty cool. I never noticed it actually has like how many exists. And then it just has everything, like all the buttons and stuff. The steering wheel, of course, the best part. Look how much, okay, this thing is a beautiful steering wheel. The speedometer is great. All the, yep, everything is great. Even the door, oh, yep, there, look at that detail. No one's ever noticing that right there. And then the engine, look at this V10 right here. Just a Lamborghini engine, dude. We got a Lamborghini engine, but no Lamborghini Huracan. We need the Lamborghini Huracan, but this thing right here, is a super realistic licensed model. It's the best sounding licensed model in the game for sure. So they did really, really good on this sound. It's like a Forza sound at that point. But without further ado, let's get on to, I believe, the last terrible unlicensed model in Driving Empire. All right, this seems to be another Ferrari. Not from this planet, of course, because what is this? Whoever designed this, I'm sorry, but it's just, where'd you even get this reference from? It just looks stupid. And then the engine, you know, it actually looks like a Pista engine, like a Ferrari Pista engine, but there's not a lot going on. Like the rest of it, I mean, I'm not even sure what Ferrari this is based off of. Maybe the 488 because it has the thing right here, the 458 doesn't. And then the steering wheel, you know, pretty good actually. Let's stop and look at this thing. All right, so the steering wheel actually has some buttons, which I'm actually pretty surprised, but they're obviously just PNG images and they're very blurry. You can't read them. And it does have the yellow speedometer that you would see on a Ferrari, so they did a pretty good job, I'd say, with like the basic interior, but everything else is not really that good. But the seats are actually a good replica of them too. So, and yeah, that's just the last for the unlicensed vehicles. Not a good way to end off for them. They're just all ugly at this point. But without further ado, let's get on to the last licensed model that looks very good in Driving Empire. All right, here is the GT3 RS, and even before this thing was licensed, it was one of the most realistic cars in the game because it had some like fake logo, Prancep logo, and it was just all this detail, but let's just different logos and non-copyright stuff. So let's just stop to look at this interior. And first of all, what is everything that opens? Disappointingly, I think it's only the doors on this model. And I think that was the same for when it wasn't licensed. But yeah, I mean, it has at least all the door stuff. Yep, even that. Yep, all that stuff. GT3 RS, what a beautiful speedometer. All its gas, you know, okay. It's 9:11 o'clock. That's pretty cool. They even got a song playing. Get a life. Pretty mean, dude. It's pretty mean. What's going on? Okay, everything, all the models, it's okay, you know. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. That was fake models versus licensed models and Driving Empire, except the, you know, Lamborghini. Don't correct me in the comments. I know it's a partnership, but it's still, you know, a brand in the game is what I'm saying. But, yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to check out my description where the other two channels are, especially my Forza Horizon 5 channel, so I can hit 2,000 subscribers on that. That's pretty crazy. But, yeah, hope to see you guys in the next video.